Dear students, welcome to the session. In this session, we are going to discuss about Windrose diagram. Windrose diagram is a diagram or it is a representation of wind speed, wind direction at a particular location. You can see here, Windrose diagram is defined as any one of a class of diagrams designed to show the distribution of wind direction experienced at a given location over a considerable period. It means over a period in each direction. It means in north direction, south direction, or east direction, or west direction, or in some other direction. In each direction, for how much time? It means for how many days or for how many hours wind has been flown, and what is the velocity while the wind is flowing in particular direction. So that thing represented in a diagram, that diagram is called as windrose. Windrose is defined as any one of a class of diagrams designed to show the distribution of wind direction experienced at a location over a considerable period. And one more definition is there for windrose diagram: a diagram showing the relative frequency of wind directions at a place. Okay, it means in each direction at each time with what speed wind will be flow. And frequently it means if you take north direction in a day, how many times in north direction wind will flow, and with what speed each time wind have been flown. So that thing will be shown in a diagram, that is called as windrose diagram. You can see windrose shows prevailing direction of wind. Windroses may be constructed from the data obtained over a given time period, such as a particular month or season or a year. This is the windrose diagram. In this windrose diagram, four directions are there: north, south, east, west, and a number of circles are there. Each circle is represented with some percentage, like 6 percentage, 12 percentage, 18 percentage, 24 percentage, and 30 percentage. Here the percentage represents the time. It means in windrose diagram the time will be represented in terms of percentage. It means if you take a time period of an year, so in a year 50% means 6 months. In a year 25% of time means 3 months. And in the same way, if you take a time period of 100 days, in time period of 100 days, 10% of time means 10 days, 16 percentage of time means 16 days, 80 percentage of time means 18 days. So like that, in windrose diagram, for a particular time period, the time is mentioned or is represented in terms of percentage. Okay, in each direction, for how much percentage of time, with what speed wind have been flown. That is the thing shown here. You take here in west direction. In west direction, three colors are there, and center green is there, and at this last blue is there, and at this end one more color is there, violet color is there. Okay, you can see here in west direction in blue color, it means each color represents that wind speed. You can see that wind speed here is mentioned in terms of knots. KNOT, knot, 1 knot is equal to 1.85 kilometer per hour. Okay, it means in east direction, in a particular time, the wind flown with a speed of 7 to 11 knots. It means 7 to 11 knots. It means for each range of speed a color have been given. Okay, and 17 to 21 knots is the speed. For that range of speed, yellow color has been given. If the speed range is in between 11 to 17, red color has been given. If the speed range is in between 7 to 11, blue color has been given. If the speed range is in between 4 to 7, green color has been given. So like that. So in west direction, with the speed 7 to 11 knots, it means 1 knot is equal to 1.85 kilometer per hour. Okay, with the speed 7 to 11 knots in west direction, the wind have been flown for the time period. It means you can say that in between the 18 to 30, it means you can say it as from 20 percentage to 28 percentage, you may call it. It means 8 percentage of time. Okay na? So during the time period for what this diagram has been drawn, 8 percentage of time the wind have been flown in west direction with the speed 7 to 11 days. And one more color is there, green color. So with that many days or with that much of time, wind have been flown with the speed 4 to 7 knots, that is shown in green color. So like that, it means if you take a one day, just I am saying that in one day wind will flow at a particular location. If you take a location and at that particular location you consider a time period of one day, in one day how wind is flowing at that particular location, it means in morning the wind may flow in west direction, and in evening the wind may flow in east direction, and during afternoon the wind may flow in some direction like east, west, south or north, in any direction. So from hour to hour the wind direction may change, and from hour to hour the wind speed may change, or it may not change. So for each and hour or for each and every minute we cannot mention. So that's why for how much percentage of time from morning to evening wind have been flown in a particular direction with a particular speed, that has been represented by a diagram that is called as windrose diagram. So in windrose diagram number of circles will be there. Each circle represents particular, it means range of time. It is the time mentioned in terms of percentage, and the wind speed in each direction will be mentioned with color representation. Okay na? And just beside the figure you have to mention that for what range of speed what is the color you have been chosen, you have to mention that. And we have to mention direction, each direction. So like that. So these are the various components of windrose diagram. Windrose diagram contains a number of circles. Those circles represent percentage of time, and a number of lines will be there. Each line represents each direction, and number of colors will be there. Those colors represent speed. It means speed range of wind in each direction. That's it. You can see here. Windrose shows prevailing direction of wind. Windroses may be constructed from the data obtained over a time period such as particular month or season or a year. Okay, the modern windrose gives the percentage of time the wind blows from each direction during the observation period. The concentric circles represent percentage of time. 8 or 16 lines emerge from center, one for each direction. So they shows direction. Okay, wind direction refers to from wind direction refers to from which wind is blowing, and color bars refer to speed of wind. Concentric circles represent percentage time, and the numbers around the compass, and it means the numbers around the circles shows compass points or direction. Windrose diagram provides the graphical summary of distribution of wind direction, wind speed over a period of time. Steps to develop a windrose diagram from hourly observations are, it means steps to develop a windrose diagram from hourly observations are analysis of wind direction, determination of frequency of wind in a given wind direction, analysis for mean wind speed, preparation of windrose diagram. It means we have to estimate or we have to predict all this data. If it means if we need to draw a windrose diagram, we have to predict all this data. It means we have to analyze the wind direction, and also we have to determine the frequency of wind in a given direction, and also we have to analyze the mean wind speed, and also we have to, it means at the end we can prepare a windrose diagram. Thank you.